Hello, this is week 4 of Understanding Judgments and Justice. I will be out for a PD on Wednesday and Thursday, so please watch this video before you attempt activity number 4. So, once you're in Google Classroom, you're going to go to assignment number 4. There's instructions up here, but you're going to click on Satori. If you are new to Independence this quarter, you already have a Satori account. You're just going to use your Google sign-in for SFUSD. So everybody go ahead and click on that link and it'll take you to Satori. And you can sign in using your SFUSD account. Once you go there, it has thinking about art. Last week we explored how to use, Last week we explored how to use visual images and graphics to represent data and information. This was an activity that was hard for a lot of people, especially if you were really good for writing. This was a much harder activity. So we're going to dial it back a little bit this week, and we're going to focus on art. More so, what I want you to think about, not just art, but visual images and how that helps understand history. So for your history final this unit, there are no essays, which means you need to visually or through an audio file represent your ideas. So this lesson, we're going to think of art. You need to follow all the directions to get credit and complete each of the 4 steps. Step number 1. All you're going to write is, if you're new to Satori, you're going to hit the comment and you're going to log in with your SFUSD credentials, and you're going to write your comment. In your own words, write 3 sentences / ideas about why you think people create art. What I want to remind you for this assignment, this is art. There is no such thing as a wrong answer or a right answer. You will receive full credit if you follow the directions, including the length. So again, your ideas are your own, no such thing as right or wrong, but I really want you to focus on the length and the content that I'm asking you. So after we talk about why you think people create art, you're going to go down here to step 2. This is an actual piece that was in the MoMA that I got to see last week. And these are some questions that SF MoMA gave us as ways to start talking about art. When you go into any art museum, whether you're an adult or a kid, it's your first time or your last time, talking about art is hard, unless you got your degree in art. So we have some questions that'll guide us. We're going to start practicing talking about art. There are 2 rules to get full credit. You must answer in full sentences, and you cannot repeat what somebody else has already posted. So the first person to do this exercise, you got it easy because there's nobody to copy. Make sure you answer all 4 questions and loosen up. It's art. There's no right answers. All of the questions below are about the painting on the right. So all of your questions are going to be about this painting right here. So for the first question, what emotions seem to be expressed in this story? What do you see in this artwork that makes you think so? So you're going to answer this question, and then this is going to be your justification. Below each of the question prompts, I put a sentence starter. You do not have to use these sentence starters. Please, if you can think outside of the box and you can use your own words, please do. Those are just suggestions in case you get stuck. I think the emotions expressed in the stories are, I see blank in the painting, which makes me think, so that's going to be your justification. You do not have to use those sentence starters. Is this work older than you or younger than you? Give 2 sentences or reasons why. So, do you think that work is older or younger than you? How big or how small is the real painting? And justify your answer with 1 reason. I think the actual picture is 12 by 12 inches because obviously it's not 12 by 12 because it's not a square. But I've seen the real thing, and we will hopefully have a chance to visit MoMA in March or April, and I will let you know when we come back next week how big the actual painting is. Imagine you're at a museum with your teacher. As you see this work of art, your teacher says, let's move past this, there's nothing to see. Write 3 to 4 sentences explaining to your teacher what there is to learn from looking at this piece of art. So again, you're in the museum, your teacher just is like, nah, it's cool, we can skip this one. Write 3 to 4 sentences, tell that teacher why it's important to look at all works of art, or specifically that one, and what you could learn from that particular piece of work. Step 3. You're going to go to this site. This takes you to SF MoMA. You don't need to log in or anything like that. Once you get to the site, this is what you'll see. These are all interviews with artists. I think the longest one is 5 minutes. They're not very long. So you can click on any one of these artists. You're just going to choose an artist because I want you to start thinking about the why. Why do people create? And what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of the artists to answer the questions about. Screenshot your artist. So right here, I took a screenshot of my artist and the picture I was talking about, and then you're gonna copy name, medium, social, personal perspectives. So based on what you said, what was said in the video, write 1 to 2 sentences about the message or commentary perspective the artist was sending. So when you watch this video, we'll watch it together so I can take you through my thought process. So I need their name and I need the medium. Medium is what they work in. Is it oil? Is it metal? Is it pencil? Is it a drawing? So medium is just how, what they choose to do their work in. Here we go. So we'll watch some of this together. Again, the videos are pretty short.
Found and personal, whatever source I can get. So I make old photograph into new paintings. This is one based on one of the old photographs taken actually by a foreigner, I believe, in China. What I like about this is not the woman is not posing, gazing at the camera lens, rather doing her daily work there, and it's a loom, of course, to wave, and in some remote area, and especially minority nationalities, people still wave their own clothes, the fabric to make clothes, to make everything, tapestry, all the stuff. So I like a woman at work, not return gaze, and also with a lot of dignity and handling of the ship in a room.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there and just take you through my thought process. So as I heard her, there was one important thing that stood out to me. Again, this is all about your ideas and how you relate to art. She said she's not looking at the camera. So when I heard her speak, I think her paintings are trying to show the value of a woman's labor and skills, right? The woman wasn't just looking at the camera to be this object. She was working. So it wasn't the woman that was the object of the painting, but it was the work. That's what I mean by social personal perspective. Each one of these artists that you see in these videos are going to talk about what their work's about. So are they commenting on gay rights? Are they commenting on their own childhood and how they were brought up? What is their art representing? So you're going to write that under social and personal perspectives. I'll have it copied right here and you can just copy and paste it. Step 4, last step for this activity. Who's your favorite artist or piece of artwork right now? If you're not really into art, you can totally make this up, but I would like for you all to choose a different artist, and you're going to screenshot a picture of their work and tell me what their name is, what region are they representing or where are they from, and what's the medium. So this is one of my favorites, Eduardo Cobra. He's from Brazil and he does large scale murals. That's on a building. That's a huge mural. He also uses, he plays with different textures and different shapes to create kind of a kaleidoscope thing. You don't need to write all that. All I need to know is their name, their region, and medium. So just like the one above, you can copy and paste this. You're going to hit the add button. So when you're here on your own, you can add to each one of these. So let me log in. So if this is what you're seeing and you're not seeing a plus sign on here, that means you're not logged in. So I'm going to go up here to log in. I'm going to log in with Google, use my SFUSD account. And once I'm in here, you're now going to see that I have the ability to add to this. So, okay, now there's a plus sign. So once I'm ready to add my artist, I'm going to hit plus. I'm going to do image. I'm going to put the image and I'm going to write underneath that. Cool. There's the image. I can either find it, you can screenshot it and keep it on your device. You can maybe find one in Unsplash, however you want to find it. And then you're going to write answering those questions. This is this is going to be the same for up here. You're going to hit the plus sign, image, and then do your writing underneath. That's how you add to this. Make sure you're not touching anybody else's work because you can easily delete somebody's work. For extra insurance, because people's work has disappeared from here, after you're done with your work, I would screenshot it or I would put everything you wrote on a different Google Doc if that's important to you, just as a cautionary tale. But this is your assignment for when I'm gone, for when the sub is here. We will pick up with our academic discussions next week. It will still be on the same question, but this is your assignment for this week. Again, make sure to do all 4 steps. If you have questions, refer back to this video. If you don't see the sign, you need to go all the way up here and hit login, and your login is your SFUSD. Hope this helps and have a great week.